Hello everyone, this is Rarity's here, back with another episode of Halo 3 Road to 50. In this one today guys, I'm matching up against zFriction, Rarity EU, Doohby and Yadig. This was the last of my level 46 gameplay, the games that took me from my 46 to 47 in the Halo 3 MCC playlist. And I know that zFriction and Rarity EU were good players on the original, and this is just some really good gameplay against their team, matching up against some of my besties, one of my ultimate god squads actually, Dome Rock, so you all know him, Doohby, the best, this guy's just such a legend to me, and Gamble, my bestie, and Truth, all of these guys really helped me out to get my 50 in Halo 3 MCC, and I just loved every second playing with them. Doohby's just been my friend for a long time, and the main founder of Match Found, so I owe him so much, and just Doohby's like a brother to me over the game, and just teaming with him, Gamble and Truth is just, I couldn't ask for more. I like all of these guys so much, and it was an absolute pleasure to relive these moments playing Halo 3 MCC with them, so it's really nice to bring these games out, and matching some really good competitions, zFriction, Rarity EU on high ground. So guys, this is the game that took me from my 46-47. I hope you guys enjoy as I commentate through it. So at the start guys, high ground match, it's definitely important if you're on the beach spawn or whatever spawn you get to rush for the rockets. Camo is very important on this map. And essentially, like when you play high ground Slayer, you just want to really control base side, really, and push the other team back to the beach. You want to form a setup on the base side of the map because it has a lot more structure. It's easier to sort of set up and get kills with your team from that area. So naturally, the first thing we did was just put a real offensive on their side of the map, to take control of the game and just really pump out a really good lead, and just as we approach 50 kills. That's the main idea. Obviously a really good setup is going to help us to win, so it's definitely the clue's in the name really. I mean, the map's called high ground and it just means get the high ground, so that's exactly what we tried to do here, and I have a really nice start in this gameplay actually. A little bit of a mediocre middle and a bit of a poor end, but hopefully in this gameplay you'll see what I could have done better in this gameplay, what I could have done to improve, which would have helped probably my team collectively out, and also to make our lives a lot easier. But there's a really nice killing spree at the start from your Serenities, really nice plays that I made with my team, and that just enabled us to get a nice lead at the start. But it was a fairly, even sort of bearing in mind our good start, it was still quite a close game. There wasn't any room for error here. When I come off the spawn, I noticed two guys with camo, so I just wait a little bit before shooting them and throw my nade down first to try and get them weak and then finish the kill. Because sometimes if you don't sort of do that in Halo 3, they can end up getting away. If you start shooting too early, sometimes a player can just ditch it and you end up missing out on a kill opportunity. So luckily for me right there, I was able to get a snipe and made a push towards Camo's side, and Camo comes up as I was getting shot, so I just decided to run away. Quite a few weapons actually come up here, and this is going to be a horrible Serenity's choke moment in a minute, but lesson learned from this, I guess. I knew that rockets were up, and I kind of wanted one of my teammates to grab them because I had snipe rockets. I thought to myself that I couldn't possibly choke, but the guy's still alive after 2 rockets, and unfortunately he saw me with my camo, and that just gets me taken out right there. Now, that was a very poor play, to be honest with you. That should not have happened. Whilst I obviously accept responsibility 100% for that, I think one of my teammates perhaps should have got there to take the rockets or the sniper rifle, because it was a little bit burden for me to carry both. But I think the fact that I choked with it there is just a lesson learned. Those rockets should have been a little bit better anyway. So I mean, really that's my own fault, but things like that in a tight game of a high ranked game against very good players, you just can't afford to go wrong on things like that. So that was a little bit, I'd say it's probably my worst play of the video that you just saw there, so definitely berate myself on that, but just have to forget about it, move on now. So I just got to help out my teammates to keep us in this. So as you can see, we've got a massive lead actually, even despite my power weapon choke with Doohby and Gamble getting a lot of kills. So still really going off on this one. So Truth and I just have to up our game a little bit. Going into this next part of the game to help him out. Literally looking to put on shots here at our base setup again. Fortunately, get a bit of double team there, which isn't really anyone's fault. They just made a nice push onto our base side, so I've called that out to my teammates. We've got to make sure that we clear those people off, off our side, because when the other two members of their team approach, then they could potentially try and get more kills out of us. So it's really important to get all those kills, like I did there on that guy that was on the flank, because as I've said before in Slayer, when one player's just sort of lurking around, the others come to sort of join forces and try and help him out, that can really create problems. So that's exactly what I was trying to do there. Some nice nades into the camo guy, and really nice help from my teammate actually. I was able to stay alive around that rock and finish up the kill on that guy. So that was just a huge bit of play. Really nice play by my teammates to help me out there. Every kill like that really matters in Slayer, so if you get an opportunity to isolate one player, you really have to make sure that you go for it. Right there, I didn't know the guy had a shotty. As you can see, when I enter the bubble, I know that he has a shotty, but it's a little bit too late for me to back out at that point. So I thought I'd just try to go for a quick, cheeky, quick shot. But unfortunately, with the Mauler, it doesn't work, and I'm going to be taken out there. And unfortunately, just couldn't really do anything on those couple of lives. So that's going to, cost us a few kills there. Doohby was weak in the little side there, so I'm going to try and put a nade to finish him off, but Doohby gets a really nice kill to finish him off. Unfortunately, I wanted to get camo there, but I get sniped as I go for it, and I knew once I'd been bodied that I was probably going to die, but I just had to take the chance at that point. Probably not, on hindsight, probably not a best way to, I don't think I remember if I knew whether or not they had a snipe at that point. So, but if I did, I shouldn't have made that push, because it was a little bit ballsy and it didn't pay off. And right there, when I had that battle with the guy near the pipe, my pre-nade was okay, but it didn't do enough damage for me to really challenge that kill seriously. So I should have probably backed away at that point. So a couple of bad plays there, which just have to sort of move on from that. We did take quite a few deaths at that point, so Friction and Rarity's team were able to catch up. So Gamble takes the initiative to lift up the top laser, which is a really great play from him. I just go with him because we're going to need to just get control of our base setup again to finish this game off. Obviously getting camo here is really important as well. I think that I'm in a good position to get it, because I thought most of our teammates were at base. And I go to get it, but the red team are already there, and they do end up killing me, but at least I was able to burn it, so they can't use it anymore. And now we sort of isolated them in at camo, so we just need these last couple of kills to finish off the game. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this gameplay. It was quite a short and sweet one against zFriction and Rarity. They're very good players on Halo 3 the original. And it was a nice gameplay to get with my besties playing in this one. This was my 46th game, it took me to my 47. This was Serenity's guys, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.